Have you ever felt like your phone wasn't entirely yours? That you couldn't download an app you wanted or set your preferred browser, all because a tech giant told you no? Well, while you might be frustrated by those walled gardens here in the US, we've largely accepted them. But across the Atlantic, in Europe, they're not just accepting it, they're fighting back. The law that changes everything. To understand this conflict, you have to understand the law at its core. The DMA is an EU regulation designed to make digital markets fairer and more contestable by targeting what it calls gatekeepers. These are the biggest tech companies in the world, and all of them, Apple, Google, Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft, are American. The law is a list of do's and don'ts that aim to break their monopoly power. Here's what the DMA requires them to do. Allow third-party app stores and sideloading. This is the one that really gets under Apple's skin. The DMA says that on iPhones, users must be able to download apps from sources other than Apple's App Store. It's a direct challenge to a business model that has defined the iPhone. Enable choice and interoperability. You know how on a new phone, you're always funneled into using a company's default apps. The DMA says that's illegal. You must have a clear, easy choice to use a different web browser, search engine, or mapping service. It even pushes for messaging apps to work with each other, so you could message a friend on Telegram from your WhatsApp. Ban self-preferencing. This is aimed squarely at companies like Google. The DMA says they cannot favor their own products in search results. Google Flights can't get special treatment over a competitor. The EU has been on a long mission to regulate big tech, from privacy with GDPR to content moderation with the DSA. The DMA is the latest and most direct strike yet against American companies' control over the global tech landscape. The American response. The moment the DMA was announced, the battle lines were drawn, and it wasn't just a quiet lobbying effort. The resistance from American companies and our own government has been loud and public. Apple's response has been the most visible. They've built a powerful brand around the security of their ecosystem. In public statements and legal filings, they've framed the DMA as a direct threat to that security. The security and privacy of our users are at the core of everything we do. Forcing us to allow third-party app stores or sideloading will break the system we've built to protect against malware, viruses, and scams. This European law is bad for our users, and it threatens the very innovation that has made our products so beloved around the world. Bob Bornstein, in November 2023, expressing concerns about the EU's Digital Markets Act, DMA, forcing the company to allow sideloading. But it's not just a security argument. It's a fight for revenue and control. The DMA threatens their ability to charge a 30% commission on app sales, a revenue stream worth billions of dollars a year. It also opens up the door for competitors, and American companies aren't taking that lying down. This isn't just about Silicon Valley, it's about Washington, D.C. In 2025, the Trump administration has been increasingly vocal, framing the DMA as an economic attack on the United States. In public statements on social media and at press conferences, the rhetoric has been powerful. News anchor, simulated dialogue. The Trump administration is escalating its trade dispute with Europe, calling the EU's new regulations an overseas extortion and threatening new tariffs. Officials argue that these laws unfairly target American firms and are a thinly veiled attempt to hobble them in favor of European competitors. This battle is also playing out in our own courtrooms. The DMA mirrors a lot of the antitrust concerns that the U.S. Department of Justice and the FTC are already raising here at home. In fact, the DOJ's landmark antitrust case against Apple and the FTC's case against Meta have many of the same core arguments as the DMA. So, while our government is pushing back against Europe's law, it's simultaneously trying to enforce similar rules right here in the US. The hypocrisy isn't lost on critics, and it makes this a very complex and politically charged issue. So what does this massive transatlantic battle mean for you, the American consumer? The debate forces us to face a critical question. What do we value more? A closed, secure, and easy-to-use ecosystem, or an open, competitive, and less controlled one? The good, more choice and control. You might one day be able to sideload an app that Apple or Google rejected. You could have more browsers, more search engines, and more options. Potential for lower prices. If developers don't have to pay a 30% commission to the gatekeepers, they might pass those savings on to you. The bad. Increased security risks. As American companies warn, opening up their ecosystems could introduce malware and scams. Without the rigorous App Store review process, it's on you to be more careful. Disruptions to the user experience. Features you love and have come to rely on might not work as seamlessly with third-party apps and services. This European law is shaping a future that could very well arrive on our shores. The DMA is an experiment, and if it succeeds in Europe, it will be used as a blueprint for similar legislation here in the US. The pressure on our lawmakers to pass similar laws will be immense. This isn't just a political battle. It's a battle for the very future of American innovation and consumer technology. The DMA is a bold statement from Europe. It's an attempt to rebalance the power dynamic between consumers, regulators, and the tech giants. And the response from American companies and our government has been just as bold. It's a clash of different ideologies, one that prioritizes competition and consumer choice, and another that prioritizes a seamless and secure experience. The DMA is a fight over who gets to control the future of technology, the companies that build it, or the governments that regulate it on behalf of their citizens. I want to know your thoughts. Do you think the DMA is a necessary law that protects consumers, or a dangerous one that will compromise American innovation and security? Is this a battle for freedom or an attack on our country's most successful companies? Share your opinion in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more information on the tech world. In our modern, digitally connected world, the increasing number and complexity of cyber threats can be overwhelming. To effectively protect your most important data, you need specialized help. That's why you should visit us at Tileris.com. Here, our AI agents and powerful cybersecurity applications are ready to provide a complete defense for your digital life. Our cutting-edge technology excels at finding threats in real time, identifying weaknesses, and proactively stopping attacks. To begin securing your future, you can simply ask for a personalized demo or a professional consultation, and our experts will handle the rest. Don't wait for a data breach to happen. Take action now. Visit Tileris.com today to secure your digital life. Thank you for watching and stay informed.